Good afternoon, it's Jan from Twink Stamping. I'm an independent UK demonstrator and I've come along today to show you a card that I have made for today's video. I hope you're going to like it. It's actually using one of my all-time favourite stamp sets, which is Free as a Bird. Absolutely love this one. It is never going to leave my stash. It is staying there forever. Yes, so I used the birds and I've also used the sentiment Merry Christmas from the Poinsettia Petals. I've also used the embossing folder from the Wrapped in Texture. It's one that I use quite a lot, so you'll be used to seeing this one. Oops, I've got some mucky stuff on it in a minute. Give it a clean. Okay, so they're the products I've used and this is the result. I made a little Christmas card using those stamp sets. I actually made two. This was yesterday's. I'd actually done a video for this card and during the process I realised two things. One was I'd used a different colour. And secondly, I'd forgotten to put the, can't remember what it's called. I'm not finding my words very easy today. My white, what do you call it? Don't know, called, whatever. I've used that. String, don't know, can't remember. Yeah, so today yes, I made the video and then realised I'd left everything off. So out of a fit of, oh for goodness sake, I decided that I was just going to delete it. That's it. I'm not doing it again. I'm deleting it. So today, hopefully, now I'm in a bit of a better mood. I've come along to do it again today. Yes. My mood is much better. I don't know if any of you know, but, well, some of you will know. Excuse me, I am going to sneeze. Excuse me, sneezed. On Friday last week, I was made redundant from my day job. It was left till Friday afternoon, late afternoon, and it was quite a cold, well, it was very cold, telephone call from my boss. Yeah, I'd been there for 10 years, and the call, as I say, was very cold, very matter of fact. At the end of the call, there was no thanks for everything or good luck or anything. So some may say that I'm probably better off without them in my life. So onwards and upwards, I'm hopefully now free to do what I love best, and that is crafting. I still need to get my head around everything. As I say, it was a bit of a shock to be told this. And I'm still, you know, although I've got loads of ideas and plans for the future, none of them are set in stone yet. I'm just going to give myself a little bit of time to, in inverted commas, heal. It does sort of knock the self-confidence quite a bit when, you know, someone tells you they don't want you no more. So there you go. Anyway, waffled on too long. Let's get started with the card making. You're going to need your normal size card blank, and that is 21 centimetres by 14.8 centimetres, scored at 10.5 from the 21, so it's 10.5. Okay, we're going to have the card that way this time, landscaped. You're going to need a piece of white, oh, got a bit of dirt on that, white Whisper White card that's going to measure 12 centimetres by 8 centimetres, and that's the piece that we are going to emboss. We'll do that in a second. And then you're going to need a piece of silver foil card. I've actually got this out of my stash. It measures 12.5 centimetres by 8.5 centimetres, and that is going to be the matte. And of course you're going to need a spare piece of Whisper White to do your stamping on. So first of all, we are going to emboss this piece of card. I'll just get my embossing machine over. That was my chair. moving my chair out the way. Okay. Still haven't got round to getting myself a new cutting machine from Stampin' Up. I'm afraid that's going to have to wait now. But I'll get it sometime in the future. My Big Shot will have to last for now. It's still going strong. I'm glad actually that Stampin' Up came up with these purple plates that we use for the embossing. So much easier now, trying to work out which plate goes with which. Now you know. Okay, so that's the first job done. That's that. The second thing we're going to do now is we are going to stamp. I've got my stamper artist out today. Not sure why. I think it's because I couldn't find me a block that was big enough for the stamp immediately on my, I couldn't find it immediately, so this one will do. I always put a stamp set behind my lid, so if it would be on this side if it was opening that way, yeah, so that I can actually put a bit of pressure onto my stamp. You'll be pleased to know, although this is new, not a new style stamp pad, it is actually a new one. Would you believe, you'll probably laugh at this, would you believe I found this on my shelf, not where the other stamp pads are, on the shelf, sealed, brand new. So all this time I've been struggling with that other one. I had a brand new one already. So I'm afraid this one's going to have to wear out before I buy the new style. This one still works absolutely perfectly. Voila. Oh, I've got the stamp upside down. Not that it matters. So there is my... actually, do you know what? That's quite dark, isn't it? I wonder if it'll work on the second generation. Sorry if I wiggled you about. No, that's no good. No, we'll go with that. That's absolutely fine. Don't want to put that down, do I? Let's pop it out of the way. So I have stamped that. I'm now going to stamp my sentiment, which is the Merry Christmas. That is from the Poinsettia Petals stamp set. I'm going to just pop this on here. It doesn't matter if it's straight or not straight because I am cutting it out. And then I am going to stamp a few of the smaller flowers. Well, it's the smallest flower from the stamp set, which is this one. So I'm going to stamp 3 of those because I have them on the top there. I actually do need to stamp the leaves on this again, so I will need another piece of card. So we go 1, 2, 3. That's that. So hopefully that's all my stamping there. I'm just going to grab another piece of card, and I'm going to stamp the full. Let's get me the full stamp again, because as I say, I'm going to be cutting some leaves out, and I don't want to use the leaves that are actually on this in the set because they're a lot bigger. So what I did was I actually cut out this one and this one separately to put in the corner behind these flowers. You'll see it'll all come together. It'll all come together eventually. Pop that out of the way. So I'm going to put this to one side, and I am going to, this is what I meant. And do you know, for the life of me, I still cannot think what it's called. Twine. That's it, twine. So Stampin' Up unfortunately don't do the white anymore, but this is in my stash. I'm sure you must have some in your stash somewhere. Yeah, Right, so now I am going to sit down and I am going to do some colouring. And I have used pencils for some of it, and I have used my blender pen, real red, light real red, for the flowers to give it a real zhuzh. The leaves are quite pale. I like that, and I like the fact that it's all muted. I really like it, which is why I wasn't very happy when I did this one yesterday on the, sorry, I was probably out of shot, so that was very muted, that one. This one is really quite bright. Even the leaves are very bright, and I didn't want that effect. I actually wanted a muted with bright flowers, you know. So doing it again, I'm just going to take a quick slurp of my coffee. Right, let's get started. So I'm using, as I say, my pencils, Early Espresso, I think this one is, and I'm just going to very lightly go over my twig. Done. Now I'm going to very lightly go right the way round my bird. And then I'm going to, my blend pen has actually run out, so I'm going to use an old Poinsettia to draw that, to blend the pencil so that you haven't got harsh lines. Because nothing worse than harsh lines when you've been colouring in. You always used to do that, didn't you, when you was a kid? You could always see the line on the pencil marks. So this is a very, very quick job. And that's the birds. Then I'm going to use a real red pencil. I'm only using the real red pencil just to highlight where I want a bit of red. I'm hoping that this will give the impression that these are robins. I might not be putting it in the right places, but this is my birds. These are my birds, so they can be whatever colour they like. Okay, get the picture. I'll just grab my old Poinsettia and try and sort of just pull that colour out. That's better. And it doesn't matter that they've got an extra little bit of glitter on them. You probably can't even see that anyway. But it works. So if you've got a blender pen, use a blender pen that blends it out. You could use water as well if you wanted to. I'm a bit heavy-handed with the water, and I generally end up ruining it because it smudges and makes the paper all warp. So I'll stick to an old Poinsettia that's just got a tiny weeny bit of water on it. And that's it. So that's come out quite nicely as I want it. Now I think I'm going to test me before I do it this time. I think that is the colour. Yes. Now because I looked at this in my pot, I automatically thought it was going to be a really, really dark green. So I picked this one up and I thought, that's the one I used. Actually, that one is this colour, and that is really, really vibrant. And I don't want that. So this time I shall be doing them with this. That's better. Much more muted. So I absolutely love these birds. And I think I did a card very, very similar to this last Christmas. I'm pretty sure I did a card like this last Christmas. Sorry if I did, but I thought I'd do it again. Or do one very, very similar. There we go. Say it's so quick. You just don't have to be fussy. The pencils are just magic. So I'm giving it a bit of a glitter while I'm going, so can't be bad. Very different from my last video. My last video was the one sheet wonder. Again, still love doing those, and I shall probably be doing some more. Right, on now to, I'm not going to use the paintbrushy end. I'm going to use the bullet tip because this is quite vicious. You know, and I've only got quite a small area to colour in, and I really don't want to mess it up too much. Otherwise I'll be doing it again. I really don't want to make another card. So I made this now, and this will be the third time I've made it. Still, it doesn't matter because it means I've got 3 Christmas cards made. It is an absolutely beautiful day today. I'm so pleased because my daughter brought me around all her washing. She's got a little bit behind. She's on a flat. In a flat, she can't dry her washing very well. And I did say to her, just bring it round and I'll wash it for you. Well, it was 2 loads full, and it's all out on the line and it's all dried, which is great. So it's a really lovely day. It always makes me feel so much better when the sun's shining. Yes, as I say, I've got lots of plans for the future. There will be more online things. Not necessarily doing videos like this, but there will be more, maybe some classes online that you can craft along with me. If I tell you beforehand what I'm using. I'm hoping next year to do some retreats, perhaps one away from home, and you know, where perhaps we might stay at a hotel or something like that. Don't know. The world's my oyster now, and I shall enjoy every minute of it. As I say, it was pretty harsh ending. Hey ho, kind of knew it'd be me because I was on furlough for so long. Not going to go over it, keep going over it, torturing myself. There we go. So they are all I'm going to cut out. I'm just going to cut out that bit and that bit. Ready. Let's just colour these bits in. I don't know if they're going to show, but I'll colour them in anyway, just in case. Just drag that colour out just a tad. I'll keep these birds, the ones I'm not going to cut out, because they can be cut out. Used for something else. I really hope I'm in shot. I'm just going to check. Yeah. So I've almost finished the colouring now. It's the boring bit to watch, and now you've got to watch me cut them out, which is just as boring. So, yeah, I think, do you know what? That is darker again, isn't it? I think it must be because I've used the Poinsettia. But I'm not doing it again. I'm not. It's a cross between that one and the other one. But I really am not doing it again. I'm really not doing this video another time. It's got to be what it's got to be. I'm going to quickly. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to try not to be too fussy, but it's not too fiddly of a thing to cut out. So we'll see how we go. Whoops. Now I've got to started going in there. I've got to go in there, haven't I? So it's an absolutely gorgeous day today. Sun's shining. It's nice, and it's not warm, but it's really nice and comfortable. Got a little breeze. I can see right out to sea today, so it must be nice and clear out there. My dad would have loved to live here. My dad loved the sea. He was a sailor in the Royal Navy. He actually grew up in Southend, near the sea, and he's lived in several different places throughout his life. Spent some years in America, which he loved. Unfortunately, he had his first heart attack when he was in America, and the care was really quite costly. So they made a decision that they would come back home and live in the UK again and be near, because we'd all had our children then, so they had quite a few grandchildren. Or we were just about to have our grandchildren, I think it was more like. But yeah, he actually finished his days back in Southend. Nearly there. I do waffle about some random things, don't I? Not long now. Nearly there. Oh, Christmas will soon be on us, ladies, won't it? Has any of you started your Christmas cards or prezzies or anything? This year I'm making quite a few of my presents. I do a lot of card making, obviously, because I'm in my studio most of the day. And when I go in the evenings into the house, I after I've done dinner and everything else, and I go and sit down. As many of you know, that I don't have a living room at the moment, because it's my husband's had to completely gut it and put new walls, new ceiling, paint it, do the lot. You know, it's he's been doing a lot of renovating work in there. So I go into my little study, got an office in my house, and I can't sit still. I don't know about you, but even when I'm watching telly, I have to be doing something. So I've started doing my crocheting again. I've made some lovely blankets, all of which the kids keep asking me to make them. They take me a while, and I normally have to have a rest in between, because they play havoc with your wrist when you're doing lots of crocheting. Anyway, they've all asked for these blankets. So every night after I sit down, I've been crocheting these blankets. And when I'm on a rest from those, I've been sitting in my sewing area and making other things for them, like tote bags, makeup bags. What else have I made? Tissue pouches. Yeah, so this year is going to be very much a homemade Christmas. I still don't want to really walk the streets going into loads of different shops and stuff, although I have been into town to get a few bits. I go in with my daughter. I hate shopping for Christmas. I hate it, really hate it. You never know what to buy anybody. So what they've all asked for is vouchers this year and or money. So that's what I'm going to do. They'll get their Christmas Eve stuff, which will be their normal stuff, and all the handmade stuff that I've made them. I'm quite proud of myself, actually, because although the blankets would probably be much cheaper if I went and bought them, because wool is quite expensive when you're needing sort of 8 to 10 large balls of wool to make a blanket. But I am thoroughly enjoying making them. I mean, I'm on my 4th one now, and I need to make 7 I need to make, so I'm doing quite well. Right, just got a couple more bits to cut out, ladies, and then I will stop waffling and put the card together. Right, we don't need that anymore, but I will keep these because I can use those. Just cut these bits out. I believe you can still get hold of the birds stamp set if you like it. Free as a bird, it's called. Birds are brilliant for any occasion, absolutely any occasion. Oops, this one's a bit fiddly. Yes, if you'd like to purchase any of the products that I use, my online shop details are at the bottom on the show more bit below the video. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. This has taken me a little bit longer than I thought it would. Hear the crows out there, they're pretty vocal today. Nice and peaceful. All the kids back at school, lovely and peaceful. There we go. Right, all the cutting's done, other than me just cutting this out. I'm not going to be fussy with this. I'm just going to go round it. I didn't want to cut it just straight. You know, I didn't want a label as such. I just wanted to cut it out and let's cut that bit off there. Yeah, I just wanted to cut round it so I could just do it flat. Not bothered about having a shape to it this time. It's a bit better, got less to handle. Oops. I just wanted to do this as an extra piece as opposed to stamping it on directly onto my card. Quite often do this actually. Oops. There we go. All the cutting is now finally done. Right, best stand up again now so that I can do this properly. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to attach my twine to this, and I'm just going to wrap it round twice and tie a knot this end. So once, twice. I'm just going to tie a little knot and then I'll straighten it all up once I've done that. I quite like having just a knot rather than a bow. Whoops, didn't quite catch there, did it? Quite awkward doing a knot by yourself, isn't it? I'm all fingers and thumbs today. Still didn't do it. Get rid of this. It's better. There we go. Whoops, tied that a bit tight, didn't I? I was a bit angry with that, wasn't I? I've made that into a... Oh, do you know what? I'm going to take that off because I don't want it to rip my page, which it has done. Dear oh Lord, it's me. You won't notice once I've stuck it down. I'll take this end. Didn't realise my own strength then, pulling that. Oh dear. See, this is what happened yesterday. I forgot to put this on, but I get to the last bits and I do something wrong. I'll end up having to do the whole video again, but I'm not doing it this time. You're going to see that I've ripped that piece of card. And it's not going to bother me because it's going to be stuck down anyway. Don't pull it too tight this time, Jan. There we go. So you won't notice that once it's stuck down. So I want to come up a little bit because my Merry Christmas I do want to go underneath it like that. Does that fit? Yeah. So get rid of, you don't want too larger tails. Put that out of the way. And then we're going to attach this to this. I'm going to use wet glue. Just get the blob off the top first. Don't you hate it when that does it? You get a big blob of glue that goes right inside the tube, the green nozzle. Now with this, you've got to be so careful because once you get glue on foil, you can't really get it off. So I'm not going to play around with it too much. That's on, as far as I'm concerned, that's on. And then this is going to attach to your main card. And it's going down flat, so once again you are going to need some glue. Just putting some wet glue on the back. I don't want to press down too hard because I don't want I mean, Tombo's very good at sticking quickly, so it should be okay. I may not have gone to the edge enough, but because I don't like it when you get bits that sneak out underneath. So that's that. It's fairly straight. The birds I'm going to put on with pads. I'm only going to put a few pads on there. I'm not going to go over the top. I put a 3, 2, 3, and this is going to sit sort of here, like this. So we'll take our pads off. Oops. Just pop a bit of glue on the back, just in case. So we go about here. That leaves me with, you know, I like these bits to be free. Right, now I'm going to put this on, maybe here, and this one here. Looks a different colour. Did I colour it in the right pen? Why does it look a different colour? Did I colour with the wrong pen? That's Old Olive. I did. I coloured it in. I coloured these ones with garden, the other one in with garden green. Now I wonder if I can quickly, yes I can. See what I mean? Useless. This is exactly what happened to me yesterday. I'm not changing it now. That's it. They look similar, don't they? So that goes there. Like that. And then I'm going to place these on top of them. I'm only going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom. Just pop that one about there. A little bit on this bit. Pop that there. And I might actually pop one of these on a pad, but not the great big ones, obviously. I've run out of my little ones. Look, I'm going all the way around the outside now. Do you do that? No, don't waste anything. Just go around the outsides, chop them off a little bit, and you've still got quite a few pads there, because look on this edge, it's quite wide, isn't it? And yet it's supposedly finished. So we just pop that one there. Pop one flat. Down there. We'll have this one flat down there. I suddenly looked at it then and I thought, oh no, I haven't pressed record. It's okay, I have. There we go. Whoops. Ooh, I pulled that then, didn't I? Don't pull it, Jan. That's it. And that's hidden, that tear mark that I made, not we, I made. It's still beautiful. I still love it. And then I'm going to put some glue on here, and I'm going to put this on flat. A very, very quick card, but I think it's stunning. I absolutely love how this has come out. And to top it off now, to finish, I am going to use my wink of Stella just to do those flowers. I know you think I'm way over the top with my wink of Stella, but for me, Christmas is sparkle. And I love everything to sparkle. I've got myself, I ordered a brand new one, look. Got a new one ready for this one to run out. When this one runs out, it's not that old. It's still got a little bit of life left in it, but not a lot. But I thought I'd better get myself another one ready for all these Christmas cards I'm going to be making. Now that's very sparkly. And that's it. That is my card for today. Very simple, very clean, but I love it. Absolutely love it. Love the colours. I'll show you all three. They're all three different now. They're all, oops, that's got a bit of twine on it. See, I remember what it's called now. The twine. There goes, all three, all different colours. All different colours completely. I should mark down next time exactly what colour I use rather than just trying to remember. Oops. Okay, ladies, thank you very, very much for stopping by today and watching my little video. I really do appreciate your support. If you liked what you saw today, please give me a thumbs up and press subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Yeah, leave me any comments you want to leave me. Nice ones, of course. Don't really want any horrible ones, but nice comment. If you want to contact me at all, my email's down below. You could always join my team if you wished, if you're in the UK. Yeah, thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Bye-bye.